It all started on a quiet Sunday morning. I had just received my new virtual reality headset, still wrapped in shiny packaging that promised to change the way I saw the world. I had read stories about people traveling through VR, walking the streets of Paris, diving in the Great Barrier Reef, even climbing Mount Everest, all from the comfort of their homes. But I never imagined how real it could feel until I put it on for the first time. The moment I slipped the headset over my eyes, the world around me disappeared. The walls of my small apartment faded into a soft blur, replaced by the vivid glow of a new reality. I found myself standing on a narrow cobblestone street under a golden sky. A gentle breeze brushed past my face, and the distant sound of bells echoed across rooftops. A small text appeared in front of me. "Welcome to Florence, Italy," I gasped. The details were stunning. The architecture, the colors, the chatter of people passing by, even the sunlight reflecting off windows looked real. My hands trembled slightly as I reached out to touch a virtual fountain, watching water sparkle like liquid glass. Then came the guide, an AI avatar named Luna with a friendly smile and an elegant accent. "Buongiorno, I will be your virtual companion today," she said warmly. "Shall we begin your tour?" I nodded, though she couldn't really see me. Instantly, I was walking, or rather, gliding through historic streets lined with art and history. Luna explained everything: the age of the buildings, the stories behind the sculptures, the genius of Michelangelo and Da Vinci. It felt like stepping into a living museum. At one point, Luna asked, "Would you like to visit a local market?" I said yes, and within seconds, I was surrounded by colorful stalls overflowing with fruit, bread, and flowers. I could almost smell the fresh basil and baked focaccia. My brain knew it wasn't real, yet my senses believed it was. The experience was not just visual, it was emotional. As I walked through a digital cathedral, soft music filled the air. I felt awe, just as I would standing in a real sacred space. I realized that VR was more than technology. It was a bridge between imagination and memory, between learning and living. Then Luna said, "Would you like to go somewhere far away?" Before I could answer, the screen rippled like water, and suddenly I was no longer in Italy. I stood on a white beach with turquoise waves and palm trees swaying gently. "Welcome to Bora Bora," Luna said. "You can swim here if you like." I laughed. "Swim in VR, yes," she replied. "Try it." I took a hesitant step forward, and to my surprise, the virtual water responded. As I moved my arms, I felt resistance through the haptic sensors in the controllers. It wasn't the same as real swimming, but it was close enough to make me smile. Schools of colorful fish surrounded me, and sunlight danced across the ocean floor. For a moment, I forgot I was standing in my living room. I forgot the world outside. I was there, truly there, exploring, learning, living. After hours of traveling across continents, from deserts to snowy peaks, Luna led me back to a quiet field under a sky full of stars. You have completed your first VR journey, she said. How was your experience? I hesitated before answering. It was emotional, I said softly. It felt like I went everywhere without leaving home. She smiled. That is the beauty of virtual travel. You do not need wings to see the world, only curiosity. When I removed the headset, reality felt strangely silent. My room seemed smaller, duller, almost empty, but something inside me had changed. I had seen beauty beyond borders, not through an airplane window, but through technology that blended creativity and emotion. Over the next few weeks, I traveled often in Vietnam. I visited ancient temples in Japan, the frozen tundras of Iceland, even outer space. I floated among stars and planets, listening to the calm hum of the universe. Each journey taught me something new, not only about the world, but about myself. I realized that virtual travel was not meant to replace real experiences. Instead, it could prepare us for them. It was a tool for learning about cultures, languages, and empathy. When I explored new places, I also learned their stories, greetings, and traditions. It made me want to learn new languages, to communicate beyond barriers. In one session, I met another traveler, a real person connected from Brazil. We stood together in a digital version of the Great Wall of China, laughing and chatting through our avatars. Even though we were thousands of miles apart, it felt like we were side by side. That moment reminded me that the world is not as big as it seems. Technology can bring hearts closer, even across oceans. By the end of my first month of VR exploration, I felt more connected to the world than ever. I understood the power of imagination, of learning, and of curiosity. And perhaps most importantly, I realized that travel is not only about where you go, but how deeply you experience it. My first VR travel experience wasn't just a journey through digital worlds. It was a journey through language, emotion, and understanding the kind that stays with you long after you take off the headset. Because sometimes the best journeys begin not with a plane ticket, but with an open mind.